Welcome back to Milk and Honey Oracle. This is for my air signs for the week of November 10th. As always, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't force it, if it doesn't fit, don't force it. This reading is for your sun, moon, or rising. So if your sun, moon, or rising is in an air sign, this is also for you. All right, let's get started. We are going to start with the theme for the week ahead, air signs. Okay, first we have let it go. You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you and you can't be fully present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. Next, we have slow down. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better to be able to navigate life with clarity and ease. And lastly, we have release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all the drama, and this is the first step to achieving that. What I'm getting right off the bat, air signs, is that you likely feel like you aren't holding on to resentments. Sorry, a card fell off. We're going to hold that for later. You're likely holding on to some feelings, some resentments, whether it be toward yourself or other people, a situation. I'm getting the sense that you are ruminating on the past and maybe not even consciously. I'm getting that it might be very subconscious, like something that's buried, and you on the surface feel like you've let it go, you don't have anger, you don't have resentment, but there's something that is going to be presented to you this week. In some way, shape, or form, it's going to come back up for you this week, and you're going to be forced to look at it again. I think it's going to surprise you because you did think that you had already dealt with this and put it to bed, that you had let things go. But a lot of times when we're on a healing journey, we let go of things, we heal things, we move on from things in phases. And it's kind of like when you're cleaning a really dirty window, right? You can, if it's really dirty when you first go to clean it, it's obvious where the dirt and the grime is, right? So when you clean it the first time to the point where now you can see through it, you can really see how much of the dirt you have eliminated from that window. But it's the kind of thing, there's so much buildup on the window that you might have to clean it 2 or 3 or 4 times before you can really see through clearly through the window. And you may even walk away from the window thinking that it's fully clean, and then you look at it from across the room and you can see streaks. And you go back and you clean it again, and then you walk away again, and a little while later, you're looking through it, you're up close to it, and now you can see that there's still a little bit of dirt in the corners. That's what this is giving me the vibes of, right? You have cleaned this window, whatever that might be, a number of times, and you have been moving forward feeling like you cleaned it and you did a really good job because you could see through it. But something this week is going to present itself where you're going to be able to notice the little tiny bits of dirt in the corners that you weren't able to get the first few times that you've cleaned it. And that just means that this is your opportunity to clean out those tiny corners and really put this to bed. So be aware that something's going to come up or has the potential to come up, whether it's something that physically happens or it's just something that makes you think of the situation. And feelings come up for you that you thought you had already dealt with, you're going to have to get that last little bit of dirt out of the corners this week. And then you should really be done with whatever situation it is that comes up for you. I think that's where the let go and the release come in. I think they're going together. And I think that the slow down is that you might be of the notion that you should be farther along in something than you actually are. And whether that's on your healing journey, in your career, in finding a relationship, in making money, whatever situation is your reality, you feel like you are not going fast enough. You feel like you should be further along. And this slowdown might actually be in a result of or because of the situation that comes up that you thought you had already let go or released. And you might beat yourself up because you thought you had already put this situation to bed and now you're being asked to deal with the last little bit. You are as far along in whatever the situation is as you are meant to be. Beating yourself up because you think you should be further along is a waste of energy, if I'm going to be honest. And as you already know, my mom says I'm mean, so I'm going to tell it to you straight. You're wasting energy. You already are exactly where you're supposed to be. You have already made huge progress. I know we've talked about you climbing the mountain. You're climbing the mountain, air signs. You're doing everything that you should be doing. You're making progress. There is no timeline. It's not a competition. It's not a race. This is your journey, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. Okay, air signs. Next up, we're going to get a what you need to know. And if you haven't already, air signs, please like and subscribe to my channel. It helps with the algorithm so that my content shows up for you. I would appreciate any likes, comments, or shares of this video. Okay, so what do my air signs need to know this week? First, we have 8 of Cups, walking away, letting go, leaving behind, already on theme. 4 of Swords, taking a break, relaxation and peace, self-reflection and resting. And lastly, 10 of Swords, defeat, failure, bitterness, betrayal, and exhaustion, collapse, and giving up. Air signs, I'm going to start with the 10 of Swords. I feel like this is in direct relation to the slowdown. I think that this is you beating yourself up, and you shouldn't be. This journey is long, and it's trying in a number of ways, and you are doing a fantastic job. You probably will feel, after the situation presents itself and you realize that you have a little bit more to clean that window, you might feel like giving up. You might feel like I've come all this way and I still haven't done the things that I'm supposed to do. There's no handbook. There's no guidelines for what it is that you're supposed to do. You're not a failure. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing all of the things and you're doing an amazing job. Please do not beat yourself up. Know that you are making tremendous progress. This journey of life that we're all on has its ups and downs. You've already done the majority of the work. You did the hard cleaning and scrubbing of whatever this situation is. You just missed a little tiny bit. That's it. Don't make this bigger than it really is, right? Like there's a tiny streak, a tiny little bit of dirt in the corner that you need to get out. You've already done the heavy lifting. You've already done the hard work. Pat yourself on the back for that. Don't beat yourself up for that at all. The 8 of Cups, I think that this is 100% you putting this situation to bed. And what you're going to do once you do that is you're going to take a break. You're going to take a break. You're going to look back. You're going to reflect. You're not going to beat yourself up. You're going to give yourself the grace to recharge and regenerate because you got the last little bit. You really are done with this situation now. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself the grace of relaxing, recharging, patting yourself on the back because you are leaving this situation behind. Last, we're going to look at the general energies for the week. And I want to start with the card that fell off the table, which is going forward. Don't dwell on the past, but focus on creating a brighter future. I think that that completely sums up what we have been talking about. Next, we have Labyrinth of Choices. Choose your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey. That's what this is, air signs. This is absolutely part of your journey. We don't always get every single bit on the first shot. And I also like to look at this as like a little bit of a test, right? Like this is coming back up, and how you react and respond to this situation this time around is going to be vastly different than how you reacted or responded to the situation when it initially came up. That is where you're going to see your growth. You have already chosen a different path for yourself, and you're going to continue to move forward. This is just a way of proving to yourself that you have done the hard work. Like that's what this is showing you. You might have missed a little bit that needs to be cleaned out so that once and for all, this window is going to shine bright. But also it's a way of the universe showing you just how far you've come, how much you have accomplished, and how different you are because you have healed and cleaned out this situation. It's a very positive thing. And lastly, we have the roots of stability. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. And I think that that's exactly what you've been doing. You've been putting down stable roots. You have been allowing yourself to become a healthier, happier version of who you've always been. You are aligning yourself with your wishes, your dreams, your desires, and you are crafting the life that you have always wanted. I hate to use this analogy, but Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time. There is always things that need to be re-examined in construction, that need to be redone. You are a work in progress, but you are at the point where you have a solid foundation of who you are, who you want to be, and where you're going. And that is tremendous progress, air signs. That's what I have for you this week. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will catch you the next time.